To our next speaker. Because of what I do, I need advertisers, I need sponsors. Out here circulating in the crowd somewhere, she will show me by waving her hand, is the point of the spear to help me out if you want to sponsor the show, if you want to advertise on the show. The guy that does my advertising, if you've ever seen Shark Week on the Discovery Channel, the voice of Shark Week, Lexus of America, the Gamecocks when they come down the tower, the Clemson Tigers when they come down through the tower, and various ESPN national campaigns, he can voice your ad. It will sound unlike anything you've ever heard in your life. She's right back there. Her name is Lisa Lambert. She is with Brainstorm Communications. She keeps me going. And you need a car moved, a Toyota? A Toyota RAV4 is parked in front of Lisa, and I did that just now because she is about to pass out. So if we could get a car moved so she does not pass out amongst you, that would be very nice. Next up, I got a friend who appears on the show all the time. His name is Kevin Jackson. He calls himself the Black Sphere. He just got done doing a tour with him and Joe the Plumber. Not to be outdone, the Tea Party Express has somebody equally on par with Joe the Plumber. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray the bus driver.
All right, Columbia, South Carolina. Are you glad the Tea Party came to Columbia today? Yeah. All right. Hey, have you noticed there's two words you don't hear anymore? Hope, change. I got one for this cycle. Help! Help is on the way, and that's what we're bringing today and all across America. You see that map? We've come a long way from Napa, California 2 weeks ago tonight, and we're winding this thing up on Sunday. But you know, it takes a lot of money to do what we're doing, and so we're going to ask you to help us today. Every time we pull these buses into a truck stop, it's about $700 a piece to fill them up. So we're going to come out there and ask you to help us today any way you can to keep these buses on the road and taking your voice across America. Thank you so much for coming today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a Freudian slip, but that's okay because I am a semi-professional. Funny people. Funny people. Funny people, normally they have another side to them. With some people it's very dark and they fall off the face of the earth. With other people they reveal themselves to have more depth of character. In some cases, depth of faith. Formerly of Saturday Night Live, right now setting up her video feed that she's about to have filmed live right here on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Victoria Jackson.
Tea Party forever! Yeah! Well, I'm a beginner political activist. I was never political. And I'm embarrassed to say I never even voted until I was in my 40s. And what happened was, well, when I was 18, I asked my dad, who should I vote for? And he said, anyone with an R next to their name. You're supposed to laugh right then. And I said, oh, are they Christians? And he said, no, but they're closer than the people with the D next to their name. But then I thought we were safe because Reagan was the president and I was on Saturday Night Live, so the world seemed pretty good to me. I first got interested when Clinton said, it depends on what the meaning of the word is. And I did a double take at the TV and I was like, I better get involved because there's like monkeys running this place. I mean, what do they think we're like brain dead? And so then but what really made me wake up was in 2007 when someone ran for president who was left of Hillary. I was like, left of Hillary, what would that be? That'd be like communism, because she's a socialist, you know? And I looked in the Webster's dictionary, the definition of capitalism, socialism, and communism. Socialism is the gateway drug. To communism. So I did some research. I saw a movie by Citizens United, and it was called Blocking the Path to 9/11. That showed that the Clintons had so much power they could actually block the truth from being in a documentary that showed that Clinton never answered the phone when the military had Osama bin Laden in their sights. I thought, politicians should not have power to do that. That's communistic. But then I saw the movie called Hype about Obama's past, and I went nuts. And I started trying to warn people not to vote for him. He was a communist, so I wrote a song about it so that the people who can't read could get the message. It seems these days I'm in a haze and I can't concentrate on things, can't eat or sleep, feel incomplete, kind of scared and creepy. I look over my shoulder lots and shudder when I watch TV. I bite my nails and cuticles and watch my words very carefully. Remember flag at whitehouse.gov? I got an email from the White House and it said, report your friends and neighbors who don't agree with Obamacare. Remember that?
Yeah.
It went away real quickly when somebody like balked. Well, I saw that email. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. That's communism. I don't report what my friends and neighbors think. So I turned myself in twice. I bite my lip a lot and fidget with the buttons on my blouse. Why? Because there's a communist living in the White House. Why aren't people shocked or something? Why aren't people up in arms? Does anyone read history or see red flags or hear alarms? The streets are filled with deaf and dumb as I squeak like a mouse. There's a communist living in the White House. My husband really misses me. My parents think I've gone crazy. Only Glenn Beck understands me. And of course Sean Hannity and Huckabee. But you know, besides those three and the sweet people who drink the tea. There's no one else who can see the communists living in the White House. Wait, there's more. I'm getting good lighting. Now you may say, do I have any evidence to support my supposition? I'll say, well, where do I start? Let's see, his mother was a communist, his father was a communist, if that's really his father. His grandparent, when they abandoned him, his grandparents were communists. His childhood mentor, Frank Davis, was a communist. He went to a church in Honolulu called a Unitarian something, and I read in The Manchurian President by Aaron Klein, that church was Marxist. They were hiding draft dodgers from Vietnam. He was friends with Bill Ayers. They even had the Woods Foundation in Chicago together, and Ayers is a communist terrorist. He went to a church for 20 years where Jeremiah Wright preached black liberation theology, which is not Christianity, it's Marxism disguised as religion. He taught a course on Saul Alinsky's book, Rules for Radicals, which is dedicated to Lucifer. He had Marxist professors. When he was on the campaign trail, he said to Joe the plumber, spread the wealth, which is a direct quote from the Communist Manifesto written by Karl Marx and that other guy. He, let's see, when he got into office, he took over the car company and the bank thing, and then he took over healthcare. Even though we didn't want him to, he socialized medicine, which is the first thing Hitler did when he got power. And he's trying to take over energy with that global warming hoax and, control how many minutes we take a shower. And now we have a light bulb we're not allowed to use. So is that enough evidence?
Yay.
Maybe I have lost my mind or have been drugged by some narcotic. Maybe I'm in a movie called 1984, or I'm just idiotic. But if I'm in a dream, fast asleep, I think I will just try to keep my eyes shut till this goes away, and I awake to a happier day when my ukulele does not play this song of dire distress and dismay. This song called There's Communists Living in the White House. Everybody, there's a communist living in the White House. Everybody, there's a communist living in the White House. What are we going to do about it? We're going to be poll volunteers. We're going to be precinct committee men. These are all war.
Yeah.
I just want to say two more things. I know a lot about communism because I grew up in Miami. And during my childhood, my hometown turned into Cuba. I was dating a boy named Angel Otero. That's Angel Otero in English. And his father was in a prison in Cuba for resisting Castro. And I asked my friends, what's it like to live in a communist country? And they said, in kindergarten, the teacher tells the little kids to pray to God and ask him for candy, and they shut their eyes and they bow their heads and they ask God for candy. When they open their eyes, there's no candy. And then the teacher tells the little kids, bow your heads and close your eyes and ask Castro for candy. And when they open their eyes, there's candy there. That's communism, and I'm starting to feel like that lives in Washington, D.C. And when I was 12 and in a Christian school, they made us read 1984 by George Orwell, and they told us communism would not take over America by force because of the Second Amendment, but it would take over by immorality, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and the breakup of the family unit. And I can't believe in my lifetime that happened. Between my age of 12 and 50, it actually happened. I was busy going to church, raising kids, trying to get on a TV show to play an airhead, and right behind my back, this human secularists took over TV, universities, the atheists, the Marxists, took over the public school system, and I'm really angry. And when all this went down in 2008, I said, where's the middle-aged people? They're the ones who solve all the boring stuff. Then I realized I'm the middle-aged people. So I'm going to do anything I can, and I'm going to be a poll volunteer in a precinct thing. And good luck, because you guys are the ones doing it. It only took 12 apostles, 56 signers, and 1 man to change the world. Thank you.